Welcome aboard Crazy Horse. This is an Oyster 72. She's hull 2 and she's very special because she is a full carbon yacht with a carbon rig. These first pictures are taken of a video shot about Crazy Horse that happened in 2019, and it shows her gleaming and as she is today. As you will see, she's got a stunning metallic British racing green hull, which looks very smart, and the superstructure has also been repainted, and she has a new teak deck. Those sails are new. The yacht was originally built as Oyster Catcher 25 for Richard Matthews, the owner of Oyster Yachts, and she was a ferocious sailing machine. This owner purchased her in 2016 when she was not looking at her most prime, and he has undertaken a programme of very thorough restoration, improvement, refit and renewal. The result is a fast, powerful and very comfortable blue water cruising yacht that can also sail in regattas if that's what you wish to do. The rib is an AB rib with an alloy floor. You can water ski from it, and of course it's new. Of course, here today you're seeing her in a much more relaxed role. She's sailing in the Western Mediterranean, so there she is, looking absolutely stunning. The rig has had a total refresh, and the interior has been upgraded and updated for 21st century cruising. I'm afraid that these shots aren't quite as elegant, taken by me, and here is Crazy Horse in Gibraltar on her home berth. I visited her recently. You can see that livery looks absolutely lovely. Rig was down this year for some titivation and new track. The sails are from Dolphin. They were renewed in the refit. And when you come on board, there is very little obvious first sign of her racing pedigree, apart from the carbon wheels and of course the carbon rig. The Oyster 72 is a very useful blue water cruising yacht. Great cockpit, wide side decks, capable ocean passages. These yachts have cruised to all corners of our planet. The rib aboard Crazy Horse lives on the foredeck, and she's got a chocking system there. Some of her sisters have davits, but she looks so elegant that it was decided that that would be where it lived aboard this yacht. The deck saloon windows have recently been completely refurbished. The refit took place in 2016, but the refit programme has not stopped. It's just carried on, and she has crew on board making sure that she's 110%. There we go, lovely carbon rig. The radar is now on the mast. Much better reception that way. The covers, bimini, spray hood, all of that is new. The owner did intend to sail the world, but unfortunately his plans have changed, so someone else now will have that job. Just love this green. And their big flat aft deck, main sheets out of the cockpit, gin and tonic seats, absolutely necessary. And here's a very big aft lazarette. Here I've got it open. You can see that the deck is carbon. And down below, the steering there has been rebuilt, carbon passerelle lying there. It's all nice and tidy. And then this works really well as access into the cockpit. All the electronics are new. She's running on Raymarine I system. She's got a retractable bow thruster. That's been completely rebuilt. The fascias are all new, carbon wheels have been refurbished. New paint, this is snow white on the superstructure. All the blemishes dealt with before it was repainted. Lovely cockpit table, which is refrigerated. This was again taken back to basics and rebuilt. Really important to have enough room for the tonic. Good vision forward. And now we're going down into the main saloon. Standard as you would expect on an Oyster 72. A lot of it's new. Its companionway is being completely refinished. The colours and fabrics used on the yacht were actually picked for the owner by Joe Humphreys of Humphreys Yacht Design. And the white bulkheads, the paint came from the UK. It's the same stuff that Oyster use. It's a flat screen TV which is retractable there. AV is of course all new, and all new electronic screens. You've got a washer dryer, which I'll just show you as you walk forward. Normal spot for it to be fitted, and here is the galley. All of the Korean surfaces are new. As with her sisters, we've got deep freeze and a refrigerator. This galley was a little bit more compact than others. She still has the access out onto the top deck, but now the mast area has been built in to give more storage and workspace. New sink, of course. There's a big storage area just that I'm coming round to there. There we go. And the owner didn't like the idea of gas on board, so she has a properly gimbaled, all-electric ceramic cooker and uprated power supply to deliver on that change. When she was oyster catcher and later Spirit of Montpellier, this whole area was just open for sales. Now it's a lovely VIP cabin. There's an option of a child's berth to port and to starboard. You've got this large double berth arrangement. Lots of storage, and it's also set up to look as if it was like this from new. As with all the other cabins apart from the crew, she has full separate AV in each cabin for guests. This heads compartment is rebuilt, and in this side we have a walk-in shower, Korean floor, and then there is a watertight bulkhead and a watertight door through into a forward lazarette. Do you see the front? That's carbon, and this box is for the retractable bow thruster. Of course, it's all perfectly detailed and all good to go. So on the AV, you've got flat screen TV and you've got iPod docking and so on in every cabin. Now we're walking into the main saloon. These boards are the originals, but they are composite, so they are pretty special and they've been restored. Down into the business end, this is the engine room, same location as for every Oyster 72. That's a new water maker we're looking at. The engine has had a full rebuild. Generator has had a sort out too. I'm not doing very well with this. And chargers have been refreshed. If you look at the flow coating and the bilges, they're all immaculate. All the plumbing, wiring runs, everything else has been checked, replaced, upgraded as necessary. This owner planned on sailing a long way. So there we go. You can see, there you go, you can see how the floorboards are made. They've been stained down to a darker colour, which actually works well with the teak. And then switch panel. The guys in Palma, when they did the refit, have been right the way through that. And then this upper and lower berth cabin is for crew. Completely redone, sorted out. There's a lot of work on headlinings and that sort of stuff throughout the yacht. She has stayed loyal to her original incarnation, but just uplifted. This is the guest heads compartment, separated shower stall. Heads have been sorted out, all of the fittings are new, all of the mirrors, as you can see. Corin is being replaced, all very nice. In here we have the VIP cabin. There's also an occasional third berth if you've got kids on board and so on. The lovely Tavi, who's her skipper, likes to ride his motorbike, so his helmet is in this cabin today. And this is lovely. Lots of storage again if you've got guests on board for a long time. Split mattresses, lee cloths, perfect for going to sea. And this door goes through to the guest heads. So now we're coming into the owner's cabin through a watertight door, so there's a watertight bulkhead at that point. And then here is the owner's heads. Again, it's had a refresh, looking very good. And here is the owner's cabin. You've got access onto the aft deck. Look at this lovely seat, that is just so cool. And this is passage berth and sort of sofa arrangement, very original. And then there's a large owner's cabin, new lighting, new AV, really lovely place to be, all executed in teak. There's the new flat screen. All new fabrics, all new paint, headlinings, all very fresh. Lovely area. And so then we're going along the corridor and back up into the main saloon of Crazy Horse. And if you look her namesake up, you'll see he was a very special guy.